Passport 199 ML here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And at 3,870 pounds, this is the same weight as these narrow body little lightweights, yet this is a full 8-foot wide, standard bodied, full size, full featured travel trailer. And that's what I like about it. You don't have to like sacrifice anything on this one. You don't have to give anything up. It's still easily tow package equipped SUV towable. You have a half ton and you're gonna, virtually yank the tongue off this thing. And if at any point you're curious to know how much this thing runs, I leave you a link down here in the video description. It says check for price and availability. Click that, and that'll whisk you away through the magic of the internet to our website, where you can see exactly what we have, exactly how it's equipped, and what we're asking with its current discount levels, because that can change as the year rolls on. The cool part about this is really one of the first of its kind. This is not a new floor plan, but this is the first of its generation. This is a late 17 updated Passport. This has their new and improved Murphy bed, and as you notice, they maintained a full pass-through storage, yet you still get a full Murphy bed setup. You get a full-size trailer, full bathroom, full kitchen, full deep slide U-dinette. Again, full everything. The only thing you're leaving out is the weight and a hefty price tag. And I've never heard anybody get offended by leaving out those two things. So, you want a good house, you got to start with a good chassis. And that's why I like the NXG frame, the bell frame that's under these. It's an aircraft style frame. It's a huck bolted frame. It's made with HSLA steel, which means high strength, low alloy. What that means in English, instead of nerd speak, is that it's lighter yet stronger. It's not the cheapest frame in the business. Passport spends money where it needs to be spent. They don't invest money where it doesn't need to be invested. That's what I like about them. The other thing that's really cool is how standardized everything on this product is. When a manufacturer really embraces standardization on the features that matter, they minimize the cost of those features, and in some cases can negate an additional cost. Like by standardizing a power awning with LED lighting, they have maintained a minimal cost on that as compared to a standard manual awning and given you a superior feature. Now they don't have to manage two parts. They don't have to have the guy in the ordering office ordering two parts. They don't have to have the guy in the building production area asking, well, which awning goes on this one? They build the same thing the same way every time. That gives you quality and reliability. And in the last 2 or 3 years, of all of our ultralights, Passport has been our least problematic. We've had if we've had 5 out of the, I don't even know how many, I can't count that high, we've sold last year, come back with anything, even like a cabinet door adjustment, small stuff, I'd be surprised. We just don't have Passport problems because the guy builds the same thing the same way every single time. 18-gallon-per-hour water heater, and something I like is on a smaller coach like this, outside storage can often be limited, even though this does still have a nice full big front pass-through. So they build in a nice little sewer hose caddy right back here, and I like how it's in this back corner, right where you're going to want it and right where you're going to need it. Let's see here, over here we have, I like the location of that little outside shower too, because it's in the back where it can be a good utility space, but it's also a little bit on your campsite side where you can use it to like hose down, I don't know, grandkids or something, if they jump in the lake and you don't want that turtle slime stink getting ground into your fabric. These are also prepped for an outside grill, so if you do choose to be the campsite cook and chef extraordinaire, you have a nice little spot where you can do that, and you don't have to lug along extra propane tanks. The awning arms, these are easy adjust awning arms. You can literally take the awning and pull down with 2 fingers, and it will pitch it. Hi, Tim. It will pitch adjust the awning, and it'll leave it that way. What's neat is if you forget the awning's cranked down and you start rolling the awning in, a lot of power awnings, you're going to wreck it. This one, it'll just sort of straighten itself back out and roll itself in. No problem. Now, you saw in the underbelly the all-aluminum structure. This has an aluminum framed laminated floor with longitudinal floor joists so that they're more structural. Aluminum framed laminated walls, aluminum framed front and rear walls, and then stamped steel roof rafters. Stamped steel's nice because they have little grommets where the wires can run through, so you don't have to worry about snags and things getting caught and whatnot. In a mini camper class, which again, this is a full-size camper, but it does flirt with that mini camper price point and weight and everything, you'll often get a lot of single steps. This is nice that it has the double. You know, being a Passport, they still standardize, still have that nice little strut so the wind can't whip the door open. You know, it's just going to catch it. Little detail stuff like that. Now, this is an above floor slide out in the 199. So they were able to make it a carpetless main deck, which is really nice. And a lot of people ask, well, why do they have a little bit of carpet there? Long story short, in most Passport production, they have a floor flush slide out that does kick down. You do need a little strip of carpet in front of that to accommodate that. See, these the slide-out boxes are actually produced almost, it looks like their own little mini camper facility. The slide-out is built just like the rest of the trailer, and then it's installed into the trailer. Well, since most of these slides use a little strip of carpet, it would look awkward if they didn't do it here. So they just do it on everything to be consistent. But your main deck, which is where you're going to spend most of your time in your foot traffic, that is super easy to clean. This is called the Granite Decor, like a rock. Thank you, Bob Seeger. If you like everything in this camper except that fabric decor, this is a high volume selling camper, and chances are we've got a different one, or are getting a different one, or have a different one, or whatever in stock with a different fabric decor. We try to keep at least 2 color schemes in stock for most of our major high selling brands. So here's what's cool. This is about a 19-foot box, and what you're getting with that Murphy bed is this big, wide open living space with lots and lots and lots of room in here. Now, this is a very aggressive LED light package. It's lit up well in here. It's still early here at our store today, and it's hitting that fall season at the time of this filming. So it is staying dark a little bit longer. And but you can see that, I mean, it is, if you really want to light it up in here, you can do that. So they went with a full-size U-dinette here, and I like all the windows. You get lots of good airflow, lots of light in here, and you may have noticed on the outside they are tinted windows, so you do get lots of privacy too. The TV over here by your entertainment center, obviously this does swing out, so you can make it face anywhere you want, anytime you want in that little swing arm there. The dinette can fold down into about a 7-foot sleeper. You see you've got the easy storage access doors on the sides of the dinette. There is also storage under the rear of the dinette. You're just generally not in that as often. That can fold down into like a 7-foot sleeper. So what's cool about this camper right here with this furniture complement is that most of the time it's just going to be Mr. and Mrs. or however your household is structured. Most of the time this is a single person or couples camper. But you have a guest, and that can accommodate a grown adult sleeping on it. That's pretty cool. All-in-one AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth player, so you don't need to lug along electronics, although you do have plenty of space to do that. The water heater I mentioned is gas and electric, fast recharge for up to 18 gallons of hot water per hour. And the kitchen is very unassuming, and it's actually deceivingly good. You look at it and you go, yeah, it's just flat. But you start opening stuff up, and you start to realize that they have a very large overhead cabinet. And the way that you can determine that is you do the old dinner plate test right here. You slide that sucker in there, and you go, oh, yeah. That is, yeah, that's pretty good. Then you start looking around more. They put sink covers on this sink so that you actually have a little bit of nice prep space here. And they use a 60-40 split sink so that this camper is better for dry camping. Because when you're dry camping, you don't want to use up all the water in your holding tank to do dishes, so you use the vegetable side of the sink. When you're at a park and you have water hookup, you use the main side of the sink. You have that too. Now, when you start getting below the countertop, you start to see that, oh my gosh, there really is a lot of storage in here. They really didn't waste any space. And this is something I like. Again, remember I talked about standardization. Did you notice how this door and this door are exactly the same? By standardizing their cabinet production, they've actually been able to eliminate total cost of material and labor because they got to build one door one time instead of one door and then 2 drawer fronts. So this is another area where it saves you money. This keeps your silverware in that cabinet just as well as anything else, but this saves you time and money, labor time and labor dollars. That is cool. And that's what I like about Passport. Everything that matters and nothing that doesn't. That's really the #1 message I can send on a Passport. We'll come back to the front Murphy bed. Let's go peek at the bathroom while I'm staring at it here. So Plenty of leg room. This is a full 8-foot wide bathroom, which is nice. And you've got a nice foot flush stool here, so you don't have to have your face near your business. Now, Keystone's always been very good at dressing up the shower enclosures. And I mean, they've done a great job of very complimentary accent walls with shower curtains here. I'm not an interior designer. I can barely, I mean, I'm lucky that I have to wear a black shirt and khaki pants every day, because God knows what I'd come into this store wearing. But this is really the business end of the bathroom here. This has an amazing giant closet, and I like how they made this huge, like, bucket storage. You can see my arm goes, like, down to my elbow in there. But you can put stuff down in here, cargo that you don't want to shift and fall out of a cabinet or something like that in transit, and you're fine now. And again, same cabinet door here as down here. That standardization. They can build this same cabinet door 100 times over all day, every day, and then they get to just reuse the life out of it and not have to measure this one, measure that one. No, build like 4,000 of these and then like 5 of the others and we're good, you know? And all the extra hanging storage back here. It's so nice. So if you want to take this camper out for a weekend or a month, you've got the space to do stuff like that. Bonus space down here, and that wraps around just all kinds of storage and stuff everywhere. But it is the front of this camper that makes it so awesome, because like a transformer, it's more than meets the eye. Name another little 19-foot box trailer that has just a huge open living space like this. There's not many. There's a very select number. And they all share this feature, a full Murphy bed. But remember that Passport has that full front pass-through storage. They're the first I've ever seen. And mind you guys, I think we carry nearly every brand of Murphy bed on the market. We are huge into Murphy beds at this store because we've been terribly successful with them. I've never seen one that has a full pass-through storage and a full mattress that it doesn't look like it's something that you find in a hybrid bunk. So it's very simple and easy. All we do is unlock the little side peg here. It's going to start folding down to us. We just sort of let her go, and there you have it. One hand operational, full mattress, full easy Murphy bed setup, very sturdy and secure to sit on. They've done just an amazing job with this, and I love the accent coloring on the front walls there, because it gives it that sense of depth, and it really opens it up. It doesn't make you feel like you're in a coffin or anything. They've done a great job. Now, when the Murphy bed's down, we can obviously still easily get in and out of the door. There's nothing being blocked. There's nothing being lost. And the reason being, this floor plan was originally designed with a fixed bed, and it was later adapted into a Murphy bed floor plan because it was literally perfect for, this is the ideal Murphy bed floor plan. So what happened was, instead of just a bed and a dinette, they gained a sofa and living space by going to a Murphy bed in this model, as compared to how it was 2 or 3 years ago historically. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm a big Passport fan, and the biggest reason is, again, you're only paying for the stuff that matters. It is literally all thriller, no filler. There's no fluff. There's no BS to them. It's just pure performance, and I like that. I'm a no-nonsense kind of guy, and this is a no-nonsense kind of trailer, and it's probably why it speaks to me so well. So give us a call, learn a little bit more, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.